Hello, my beautiful YouTube family. Welcome back to the E portion. No! Welcome to the L portion of T.E.L.L Joanne. The L portion of T.E.L.L Joanne. L stands for learning. Guys, I know you guys are so used to me saying E portion. Clearly, I am used to me saying E portion also. But this is season 2, so we are officially kicking off the learning portion of T.E.L.L Joanne. For those of you guys who wanted to know what T.E.L.L Joanne stands for, it stands for therapy, T, E, entertainment, L, learning, L, laughing. T.E.L.L Joanne. Guys, I am super excited. I know some of you guys like, Joanne, I didn't even know there was a season 1. Yes, you guys were enjoying the season 1 where we were focused mainly on the E portion for entertainment, and now we are going to do the L portion for learning. So within the L portion, I felt like this is the time for us, for me definitely, to learn a lot more, go deep dive into the entertainers that we have been listening to, right? I want to know the person behind the person. So we're going to be learning more, whether it's interviews or interviews from the person or from other people. We're going to be learning more about the interviews from musicians, actors, dancers, comedians, athletes. We're going to be learning more about some documentaries. We're going to be learning more about travel, so places that we may want to see. So we're going to be learning a little bit about that. We're going to learn more about history, finance, and housing. Guys, I actually have a couple of people lined up in each of these categories for them to come, and we can do a live E and Q, but this is down the line to see what we're doing. But right now, your girl is going deep dive to get to know the person behind their artistry. All right, so that is the L portion of T.E.L.L Joanne. So, oh my God, I got a new cup. Yes. This is for the L portion. Okay. Like I said, every day at 8 p.m. will be the L portion. And then 2, 4, and 6, every day will be the E portion. It's going to continue every day, 2, 4, and 6. And then 8 o'clock will be the L learning portion of T.E.L.L Joanne. So without much more talking is what I mean. If you are part of the family, you already know what we're about to do. But if you're new to the channel, this is when I say hello, welcome. Now, put me on pause to get yourself a beverage of choice. Hit that subscribe button so you can become part of the family. And on a count of 3, we're going to do a cheer. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Guys, I'm so excited. So, just for you guys to know, the next few videos, maybe the next few weeks, I will have the same intro, so you can skip it if you want. And then I'm going to start right into the L learning portion. And let's go right now. Today's reaction is on the Bee Gees Miami interview 1987 Rare. Okay, let's go.
Been here for how long now?
10 years. And we love living here, and it reminds us very much of Australia, reminds us very much of Queensland. Yeah. So we've sort of made our home here, and we can be central at the same time to most show business centres, you know.
What was it that made you come here in the first instance?
Well, the Clapton album.
Eric Clapton had made...
we had to get away, yeah.
No, it wasn't because of that. Yes. Now, Eric made an album here called 461 Ocean Boulevard, which was a place he rented, and that was the actual address, and he called the album after the address. And we found out 2 ladies cooked and looked after the house, and you could rent these houses and record in the studio called Criteria in North Miami. So we tried it out with the Main Course album, and it was wonderful, great experience. You know, it was nice to get up in the morning and get some sun and then go in the studio and relax and work. You know, it was just a great experience.
You still spend a fair bit of time in, well, you all spend time in London, but Robin more so than the others.
Well, I've got 2 kids living over there at the moment, and I have to be there a little bit more frequently. And but we all have places over there, and it enables us to be stimulated by the music scene both there and here.
We're going to take you back a little further now, back to...
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Way back. This is when you guys are that tall and you're a little bit taller.
Knee high to a jockstrap, yeah.
Have a look at this.
Comment below if you guys, if this is your first time seeing this footage, your first time seeing this video? Like, oh my goodness, this is incredible! Oh my gosh, okay.
I'll speed along and sing along, this time is passing by. I'll drift along and breathe along, just like a butterfly. Cause as long as I'm living, I'll always be giving you my love. I'll love you so you'll never know the meaning of a sigh. But when you smile at me, you'll see the love light in my eyes. Cause as long as I'm living, I'll always be giving you my love. You'll always be the one, the only one my heart will ever know. So I'll swing along and sing along, this time is passing by. I'll drift along and breathe on, just like a butterfly. Cause as long as I'm living, I'll always be giving you my love. You'll always be the one, the only one my heart will ever know. So I'll swing along and sing along, this time is passing by. I'll drift along and breathe along, just like a butterfly. Cause as long as I'm living, I'll always be giving you my love. You my love.
Oh my goodness, that was such a treat. Holy goodness, I did not know that they started that young. And I think that I remember two of them being brothers, but I didn't know, I don't think I remember. I know you guys wrote in the comment, but for some reason it keeps escaping my mind that it's all three of them that are brothers. Holy goodness. Comment below if you ever seen this video with them singing this young and just how adorable they are. Wow. Wow. That was a treat. That was definitely a treat. Okay. Let me go back a little bit so I don't miss the interview question. I just want to hear that.
Well, there you go, guys. Times have certainly changed a little bit since then.
Yes, thank God.
Yeah, have a little bit, yeah.
Your 25th album. I mean, that's a lot of records.
Apparently. Depends where you start counting, but I guess it is, yeah.
In fact, we were quite shocked when we were told we haven't been counting. You know, we just love to make records. You know, so
We didn't know,
we didn't really know.
but I guess it is.
ESP is a great record.
Oh, thank you.
It's getting fantastic reaction already in England. But we were saying that
Yes,
Win Again
yes.
has sold 30,000 copies today.
Yeah.
One day, yeah.
one day.
Well,
Yes,
we're getting tremendous reaction on the album and the single all over Europe. So it's a wonderful start. You know, we now have a base.
And of course, yeah, you win against number 6 in England this week.
That's fantastic.
22 to 6.
When you finished the record, did you predict it was going to happen so quickly for the single?
I think we knew we had a commercial single
Yeah.
on our hands, yeah.
I think we've always been aware of that, no matter who we've done.
I think our question was, who is really going to allow us to forget anything to do with the fever thing, you know, which gave us a saturation situation. So it's starting to happen, which is amazing. People are
Europe's
starting to-
taking the lead, and Europe
Yeah.
has always been, or especially Great Britain as well, has always been a country where they judge the record for what it is, and not what.
I think I think the rest of the world is like that. Australia is like that too. They judge a record on exactly what the record is, not the image of the artist. And in America, I'm afraid they have a few problems.
I think because of all of the recent years of the MTV cable thing over here, where there's been very
Yes.
image orientated, and they've got into this image thing where they don't listen to the record anymore, they evaluate the image, and they don't listen to the music, because the music to us dictates the image at the end of the day. What the record is what your image is going to be. And I think they've got very, very video obsessed, although we like mid videos and we make videos. But it's that video machinery that's upsetting America a little
But it's
bit.
coming. It's coming.
That's so interesting that they say that, right? Because I know I've said before in their videos that I listen to the song and I am just jamming. I'm just loving it and everything. and I would see that video, and it would just give me a little bit different vibe from what it is. So that's interesting to hear that they're not about the video, right? That they're about more of the record. They're about the singing, right? And I love that because I feel like that's where I am also. Sometimes I feel like I enjoy listening to the record, just looking at the person's face, listening to the record, letting them take me where they want to take me as the artist, as opposed to whoever's directing the video or any of those things, which is also why I say I love watching AJ's video, right? Because it's just her, and it's not all these extra things. It's just her and it's singing, and I think I've gotten used to that, right? Not to expect to dance and all of these extra things, just to watch her and hear her. So I definitely respect in what they say. Like, you know, we got into this new stage, this new era where it's all about the videos. You want to see the videos, and like the videos are not even about the person saying. It's like every 3 seconds, every 7 seconds, they're giving you something new. They're constantly switching off, and I don't know, maybe it's an older style that I like or whatever it is, but I do like just the artist without all the extra thing that they have, just so I can focus on the music and hear what they say, which is also funny. Like, I'm watching this video and this quality is just crazy. Yet they just showed you them when they were kids, and I felt like that black and white quality was way better than the quality that I'm watching right now. And I say that, but the truth is I don't even know if it's gonna be black. You guys might have even worse quality than I'm actually watching right now. But it's really cool to see the three brothers. They seem so humble. You listen to them talk, like they're just like this regular chill. Like, I'm loving their vibe. All right, let me just go back a little bit.
Record anymore, they evaluate the image, and they don't listen to the music, because the music to us dictates the image at the end of the day. What the record is what your image is going to be. And I think they've got very, very video obsessed, although we like mid videos and we make videos, but it's that video machinery that's upset America a little
But it's
bit.
coming.
It sounds like a perfect cue to roll the video.
Yeah.
It does,
Here's
yeah.
the Bee Gees.
video.
You win again. Our special guests on MTV tonight are the Bee Gees. Guys, it's 6 years since the last Bee Gees album.
Yes.
Can you give us a quick potted history of some of the highlights of those 6 years?
Would you like to take the first pot?
First of all, thank you. Yes, what we did was we really went to work on trying to broaden our songwriting and making it stronger if possible. And in doing that, we decided to work with write for other artists and produce them. And it's worked very well for us. We have pretty much an unbroken record of working with outside artists, whether it's Streisand, Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton, Dionne Warwick, Diana Ross. They've all been very good for us, and it's broadened our songwriting to us a lot. So, but I think that probably one of the highest moments for us was Chain Reaction in Europe and Australia, places like that where it did exceptionally well. Particularly Australia, because it's where we come from, and it's nice to see it do something like that.
We had such a saturation point at the coming off of that, of our records being played all the time, and it was just something that we wanted to do by expanding the songwriting and taking rest away from hearing us all over the radio. I mean, it was a saturation point. That's quite
Not
scary.
being the Bee Gees for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk more about that in a minute. But
Okay.
Hey, do you want to look anywhere?
let's why don't we
You want us to look down here?
why don't we look right down there and
Here?
have a look at Diana Ross
sure.
with the Chain Reaction.
Yeah, that's her on the floor.
Yeah. On the merry-go-round again, all this publicity, talk of a world tour and all that stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. In a way, it feels like we've opened the door again, and as you said before, let the world back in. You know, because for the past, it's good enough.
Yeah, it's good.
He said it.
Did you let the world back in?
That for the past 6 years, life has been relatively quiet apart from our outside work with other artists. So we've been sort of bringing up our kids and generally sort of being normal people for a little while. Which is very difficult, especially in Robin's case.
Yeah.
But we're back into sort of silly syndrome again, and we're okay. We're enjoying it, and we're ready to work. We're ready to go.
Is it a sort of a daunting thought, planning a world tour, planning all those months?
Comment below if you guys remember the time when the Bee Gees actually, I guess, stopped working as just the Bee Gees, and then they started branching out and started doing solo things with different artists. Like, what was it? Was it something like they said that they wasn't going to come back, and then they decided to come back? Did they say they were going to take a break, or like what's going on? And let me know if you guys remember that era of time, and were you excited when they first came back together? And I'm curious to know if they're going to talk about the first song that they released once they got back together.
On the road and various hotels and
We're
airlines.
very excited about doing it.
But it is still a daunting thought.
Very daunting. As daunting goes, pretty daunting.
As daunting goes, it's probably the dauntiest.
Yeah.
Where's the world tour? Is literally that? You're going everywhere?
Yes, in daunting.
We open in daunting.
We're daunting on time.
Daunting, Ohio. Yeah.
We open Europe in May, and then probably by about July we'll be going to Australia and all the Far East, New Zealand, and all those areas, and then America after that. We thought we'd leave America to the last.
Well, you really hung up on the American thing at the moment. I mean, is
Why would you
America
say that? Why would you-
is America the market
we started.
that's the most important?
What, is America the most important? No, I don't think America's the most important. I think wherever the heat is,
Wherever it comes from.
is important to us. Europe is probably a bigger market to us than America, and in fact,
I love how he says America the most important. How about where I'm from would be the most important? How about Australia would be the most important instead of America, right? How about my peoples getting to hear me, giving me props? So that's hilarious that an American asked, is America the most important, right? I love it. All right, and I love the brothers' inside jokes that they have with each other. All right, let me just see if I can just go back just a little bit. All right.
I think wherever the heat is,
Wherever it comes from.
is important to us. Europe is probably a bigger market to us than America, and in fact, Europe has made a dream come true for us. They've given us back the respect that we had before Fever, which is very special to us.
But it's going to happen in the States, it's just going to take a little longer, that's all.
Yeah, they're the first to give it back to us, and it's wonderful.
All right, we're talking about working. Let's go with Mr. Mick Jagger.
Oh, Michael.
You know Michael well?
Oh no, Mick.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Mick
Daunting.
Mick Daunting.
Daunting and
Let's jerk.
Les Jagger.
Let's do it. Michael Jackson, who we were talking about off camera, which is possibly just a
No,
joke.
he's not related.
It's said that he'll never work with his brothers again.
Or us.
All right.
What he said was, I'll never work with the brothers again.
Yes.
I always get that
Yes,
muddled
you
up.
probably heard it secondhand.
You've done a bit of work with Michael.
Did you guys hear that? He said that Michael would never work with his brothers again. I guess when Michael went on, he said, or us. So, and I guess he started going on before I started stopping. He says, you've done a little work with Michael. I'm not going to get excited because I want to hear what this guy, the interview is asking. But if he says he's done work with Michael, I'm about to listen to that song ASAP. Okay? All right, let's go.
All right.
What he said was, I'll never work with the brothers again.
Yes. Yeah.
I always get that muddled
You
up.
probably heard it secondhand.
You've done a bit of work with Michael.
Yes, we have. We've written with Michael, and he did one song with us for the Diana Ross album, and he sang on the song also. And Michael's there are two sides to Michael. Obviously, it's not quite as crazy as people think he is, and he's smart about his career. He likes to come up with ideas that attract everyone's attention, and I think that's probably where some of the strange publicity has come from. I believe he's just finishing touring or touring.
He's about to tour Australia
right now. Yeah. No, I don't. First of all, none of us really believe that he won't work with his brothers again. I mean, those things just get taken out of context, you know. He's a terrific family person. He's not that kind. He's not that type at all. So I wouldn't accept that. You know.
He found himself in a similar position to you, I guess, in that a huge selling album, and obviously
I think it's one of the reasons we became good friends is because we definitely share one incident in our lives that we can relate to together. We talk about it quite often, and we have something in common regarding our new album and his new album, in that we're both trying to prove something. He's trying to prove that he can follow up Thriller, in his way, and we're trying to prove that the Bee Gees are as good as they ever were 6 years later. So there's something to relate to between us.
See, I personally think Michael Jackson's going to do what we did. I think after this album, you're not going to hear from Michael.
He's going to be quiet for a while, yeah.
You know, and I think that's what he's going to want to do, and I think he's going to need to do it.
Yeah.
Do you like Bad?
That's personal opinion. I think everybody's got their own ideas of the album, the same as
Well, I don't think it's as commercial as Thriller. But there are some very interesting tracks on it, the kind of things that Michael's fans would really love. And put it this way, where else do you think Michael would have gone? This is the right kind of music for a follow-up. So I mean, I think the greatest surprises will come from the next album. But sound albums, good albums.
Good stuff. All right, let's roll Michael.
Guys, I gotta say, some of the things that they're talking about Michael Jackson and them or whatever, I'm listening to the interview. I'm a little lost because I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about, because I know it's connected to something else. Like, I don't even know why they had broken up to start with. And so I'm trying to piece some things together. So if you guys want to write, comment, and let me know, let your girl know. But I'm going along. And like I said, this interview is supposed to be 23 minutes. By the time this video is over, who knows how long it's going to be. I'm going to try not to continue to stop, but know that this is my very first time going behind the scene with Bee Gees, listening to them talk and everything, and like, so I'm very excited. I'm excited to all the things that they're saying, which is funny because it's already passed, right? But it's new to me. So comment below and let me know if you know some of the things that they are referring to right now. But how incredible! Of course, I didn't know that he had anything to do with Michael, right? I just recently learned about him and Barbara Streisand. I just recently learned, which, by the way, if you guys didn't know, the whole reason how I ended up finding Barbara Streisand, how I ended up finding out that she was a singer, was because of the Bee Gees. Okay, it was because of them. Because I when I saw that, you know, Barbara Streisand and Bee Gees, I went down to look because I knew her as a, like I said, once again, I knew her as an actress. So to hear, like, I'm very excited. I will be listening to that part again in the interview when he talks about everyone that he has done like a record or anything with, because I will look for every one of those people and introduce myself to them. But I'm so excited. I cannot wait so I can hear what he did with Michael, guys. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. All right, let's continue.
Jackson bad to finish making a record and give the record to some video director and let him then interpret
Well,
the whole
first of all, it's painful.
Not on his own. We should never let him do it on his own.
No, it's painful because when you write a song, there's no question that when we write a song, we have an absolute visual picture of the song. It's a vision. It's either a play or it's a situation, whether it's a love story or a love lost. So you have your own little vision, and then a director comes along that you choose, and they do a video that has nothing to do with the song whatsoever, and you can't figure out why they did what they did, and you don't have that much control. So you end up in a sort of a depression.
But you can sack him.
You know.
But you're
so far down the line that you can't really stop the video because
Especially if you have a time.
The record company say we've got to release it.
This is the last time, guys, I'm gonna stop. But he is speaking the truth, guys. Go back and watch my reaction to Bee Gees. Again, how many times have I said I watch a video and it's a little, I might be taken off. It's for me, it's just different from what I would imagine what the song and everything is about. So I have a feeling I know exactly what video that they're talking about. But oh my goodness. All right, that's the last time. Seriously, that's the last time I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop, for real. Let's go.
Next
Yeah.
week on Tuesday or something.
It costs 200 grand even if you don't like it, so it's got to go out. You're running great risk. So for the artist, it's difficult.
And then it comes out, the record does, and then the record company says, "Tough video, terrible video. You should have, you should have got."
So it's a double standard all the time.
It's kind of out of your control there, Eric.
It can get out of your control.
No, not anymore. No, it hasn't been for the first one.
Not for this one, no. And as it happens, this video is a good video and it relates to the song and it's worked great. But you really have to stay on top of it as the artist, and the director doesn't really like you staying on top of it.
Yeah, we're just talking in general now.
Yeah. So you have this, when the artist and the director of the videos get closer together, I think you're going to get better videos. Until that happens...
I mean, we're not saying sleep with them. You know, we're not saying sleep with the director.
Well, it depends.
Unless, of course, you're really attractive. And
everything, it's all relative.
Well, let's go with
sleep
it.
with the relative.
We got two pretty hot videos. Let's do a Peter Gabriel video.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And before that, we got a great Bee Gees video. Spicks and Specks. What year?
Oh my God.
You mean you have a video for Spicks and Specks?
Sure we do.
I know which one it is too. It's terrible.
No, it's the one in the bloody plane hanger.
No, the one with the paisley pants. Oh yeah, the one in the airplane hanger.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
This is videos from way back, folks.
Wasn't that wrong?
Vortex video.
We're just growing
Time
up.
for the Vortex video on the hour.
Time for it. Your ex video.
New management, new record company. It's sort of like it's a new era.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It was one thing we all decided we would do. You know, it was started off that we've always wanted to be with Warner's for quite some time. It wasn't an overnight decision, particularly with them. And we've known Mo Austin for some years, who's the chairman of Warner's, and he's always had the same respect for us that we've had for them. and believe in what we're doing. So it was good to be with them, and finally we did get with them. And naturally, we wanted fresh management, we wanted new management, new press people, new agency, everyone involved in helping us to steer our career in the right direction.
You talk about luck in a lot of the press material. Do you really believe that there is such a thing as luck?
Well, yeah.
Well, there's an element of it, yes.
But there is not so much as timing and pacing yourself as well, and gut instinct, you know, which we have.
All of that with a bit of luck.
All that with a little bit of luck thrown in.
We also believe that things can be preordained. We don't believe that everything
you go to
is just...
church.
No, I don't mean that. No,
The things are meant to happen.
Yeah.
If it's happened for a reason. If something's happened, we go, well, you know, it's meant to happen for some reason or another.
I think we were meant to be to come back, and we believe that ourselves. And
If a man drowns, you know, it means that he shouldn't have been there.
Harry Miller, who you're obviously familiar with, has got a great quote where he says, luck is where preparation meets opportunity.
Oh, no, luck is where preparation H meets.
I got it.
that's great.
But you really believe that some of it is out there with the supernatural, with the ESP, with the
It's pretty crowded out there.
There are certain things just as the future just is already sort of selected. It sort of falls into place with very little variation.
Can you crystallise on that?
Yeah. There are famous people who made tremendous predictions, like Nostradamus or Edgar Casey, who's
Not Ben Casey.
Not Ben Casey. He didn't make any predictions. He did make one. The show we're going to die, and it did.
I met him once, so we went down the hall and he came up to me and said, shit.
Yeah. So that's
guy. Hate it.
But the man Nostradamus, 400 years ago, actually named Adolf Hitler and named de Gaulle by every letter of the name. You know, so someone who can see into the future that far, 400 years into the future, 300 years into the future, and name people exactly, you have to come to some sort of conclusion that some things are meant to be. And reading a lot of that matter.
Anything else?
Edgar Casey. There's a lot of tremendous gifted seers who have predicted amazing things that have all come true. It's 80% with Nostradamus. So you have to assume that he's not speculating, that he's seeing into the future. And some of those examples are incredible. So for me, I assume that some things are actually meant to be. How can you name someone like Adolf Hitler and only miss one letter 300 years before he existed? Unless you have to come to the conclusion that some things are meant to be. Anyway.
What was the spelling?
I would love to have a conversation with him. He seems like my type of person. He's going in with those theories. He is going in with those conspiracy theories. I love it. But honestly, like watching those three, how they jam, like it's amazing. It's like you can see that they are family, you can see that they're real, you can see the different personalities, who's outspoken, who's gonna say whatever they're gonna want, who's like, okay, be careful what you're saying, you know what I mean? Like I just love this. And you can see like at the same token, I feel like I'm watching them, they're adult, but I almost see like the boys, like you see the young kids that just like messing around, playing around, you know what I mean? Like they get together and they're just foolish. You know, when they have to go with their family, they're the grown up that they have to be more mature, but it's like they can be silly with themselves and even comes out within the interview. Like, man, that's pretty awesome.
Hister.
Without the H.
Hister.
It was Hister.
Hister.
Oh, Hister.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
You know, I come to that conclusion that some things maybe
See, not many
everything.
people know that.
Hister?
Yeah. Well, he actually named de Gaulle. Said de Gaulle would rule 3 times.
He named the two brothers, the Kennedy
He said
brothers.
a man with a nose like Concorde will eventually come to the fore.
And he was right.
Because he also predicted the Concorde.
Yeah.
Great wind with across the
Big
sky.
nose.
Better.
Really? True story.
Drawings of it. And he gave it to Neil Kinnock.
Yeah, no, he predicted Neil Kinnock. He did
Tony Benn, he gave it to Tony Benn to get it
Kinnock. He actually did drawings to Neil Kinnock and Ben.
Yeah, but they were like little silly ones.
Yeah, well, that's what we're talking about.
Let's play some more music, guys. This is U2. You like U2?
Yeah,
Yes.
Well, where are we going to look for this?
It's on the TV set,
Here?
mate. Where are you looking?
What about up there?
No, not on the TV set. U2, where
That's boring. Television. That's everyone expects it to be on television.
the exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
How was that?
Well, tremendous. I mean, certainly wasn't the Barbara Streisand we expected to be working with. We'd expected sort of, a little bit of ego or a few problems. We'd heard rumours, but in fact, Barbara turned out to be the absolute opposite. Very professional, very friendly, and we sort of agreed to agree from the word go. She said, "Allow me to criticise, and I'll allow you to criticise," and we both go at each other from that.
Yo, guys, you know, that's what I was thinking before. Their personalities are the same. So I could imagine how they are together. Like I couldn't imagine when they are together. And you guys already know this. Again, this is the learning section, right? But I literally could imagine when they are together, when him and Barbara met each other, after a while, they were like literally brothers and sisters. They would head butts and they would love each other, because I can see some things in terms of their personality. Because they both, from the interview that I saw with Barbara, which I am now saying gangster Barbara, okay? She not only the GOAT, she gangster. And I can see from his demeanor that he's also very outspoken. So within that, I can see they can head butt, but I can see the respect that they have for each other, because they both are very honest with what they have to say. I can see that. So I love that he says that. That was the line that she said what she said about, she's gonna, criticize, she's gonna be herself, and he could be himself as well. And they end up, from what I heard, they end up making an absolutely beautiful music is what they made together, for sure. And wow, y'all. Man, I hope you guys are really enjoying the L portion. Definitely comment below and let me know, because I, for one, am enjoying going deep dive and hearing these the interviews of these amazing voices that I fall in love with the person with the voice. But it's so great to hear what they're saying. And it's funny because I know they always say, you never want to meet your idol, things like that. But what I'm hearing so far about with the interviews, and I'm seeing some of their realness, I'm loving. I'm absolutely loving. All right, guys, let me continue. Oh, and one last thing is, it's so funny. This guy's a good interviewer, because as his three brothers are talking and they're going down their conspiracy theory, I like how the interview actually reeled them back in and was like, let's talk about the music, because you can easily get lost in there. Right before the interview was like, oh my God, are you really? Are you serious? Are you pulling my chain? Like, he don't even know what's going on. But I actually do like the way that he reeled everything back in. All right, let's go.
Vantage point, and it was just plain sailing. It was great.
How does something like that come about? Do you contact her, or does she get
Well, no, in that respect, Barbara approached us after being at Dodger Stadium. She came to Dodger Stadium to see one of the last gigs on the tour, and 79. And at that point, she'd already requested that we get involved in doing an album with her. And we said yes in principle, obviously, and after the tour we would put it together. But not really expecting something like this to come together, because, working with Streisand was something we didn't expect would happen. We got off the tour and it started to fall together nicely. With the agreements came through, everyone was happy, and we went to work. So it was pretty clear,
Okay, let's have a look at Barbara Streisand then.
Oh, you got something on there?
Emotion, yeah.
Pair of pants here. We can hang them up there and have a look at them. These are
Can't
nice.
use that. Jeez.
The person who goes out on a tour is making it bigger and better with glass spiders and dancing girls and pet llamas on the road and all sorts of things.
Well, people like David Barry and so forth, and Michael being solo artists, it's part of the stage show helps that, to have other kind of things happening with you on stage. But we're not unlike Genesis in the way that we would tour. We just want to present our music.
We'll have some surprises too.
We'll have surprises, but we'll not be basically, jumping around in costumes and things.
Exploding cut-out images of us.
But it'll be a staging ball. Yeah, but more of lighting rather than special effects and things like that.
We're still playing with it.
You're not thinking of that big toilet again on the stage.
No, it's all right.
It's been done.
The sponsorship seems to go hand in hand with major tours.
Yeah, they're all getting involved. Yeah, from Miller's, the beer, and God knows what, and Pepsi and so on. Yeah, everyone's involved in it. They all want to be a part of the action that's
But
going.
we're at the very beginning of that, so we haven't done any deal yet.
We're doing talks on how the show's going to be right now.
Yeah.
Do you think there'll come a day? Yeah.
As you say.
Do you think there'll come a day that it just gets so big and everybody's topping everybody else that suddenly someone will go on the road with a small
it can be.
PA system?
Well,
Sure.
I think
Sure, it can be.
yeah, I think down to that is great. But no, I think that bigger and better will always be bigger and better. But that Strauss went on the road with 100,000 people. Long before any tours were ever heard
that
of.
was 2 years ago. Freddie Strauss.
No. Freddie Strauss. This is about, sorry, hitting the mic. This is about 100 odd years ago. He actually took 100,000 people on the road.
Took his own audience with him.
100,000 people.
Yeah. 4 sections
We
of
need to
choir.
have an audience with it.
No, that was apart from the audience.
No room for the audience.
And he took
So where did they put the audience?
20,000, 30,000 with his choir.
3 people came to see him.
I have nothing to do with the box office. I only know.
What did they do? What did they do for dressing
This man was totally fucked.
It was granted. It was a while before we went.
Where was the graphics?
It was a while before we went into
Was it
profit.
accountant?
It took time. It took time. First gig won't raise money. They
They
said.
brought an account at the end of the year and they said, cut at least 80,000.
They used trains. Yeah, it was true.
Right.
But it just shows you that people even in those days thought very big, you know.
Yeah.
Big. Good grief.
Okay, well listen,
We're going.
David Bowie's one such act who's currently on the road coming to Australia soon.
Yes.
Let's do a David Bowie clip, Never Let Me Down.
Absolutely.
Yes, very well.
Actually, a great record, Never Let Me Down.
Yeah.
In the Bee Gees, guys, thank you for giving us so much
Oh,
time.
thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for
It's
having
been
me.
terrific. Good luck with the continued success of the single,
Thank you.
You and Again, and of course the album ESP. Can I ask, I'm sure this is sort of all-consuming at the moment, and planning the tour and everything. Do you have a 10-year plan for the Bee Gees?
Yeah, that's about it. Well, we can't see ourselves being the Bee Gees in our 50s.
But one thing we are going to do, this is not just a one-off, this album and record we have right now, there's going to be others.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be the start of quite a few years of Bee Gees. And also, not just the Bee Gees itself behind the scenes, we're actually expanding. We're getting into record companies, film
Yes.
companies.
We'd like to have a film company and we'd like to make films. And we think that we have the creative capacity between us to do so. We don't think it should be just audio. And we'll be looking towards that.
Starting doing photographs for Hustler on the weekend.
I don't think we'll ever stop writing now. I mean, even as we get older,
I
we'll
could
always
write
be
for Hustler on the weekend.
We can be writing for Hustler.
Right, we do a hack job for Hustler.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope you don't stop. Continued success, as I said, and thank you again for your time. And
Thank
I know
you.
that one guy who's you've admired the rekindled success.
Oh, Johnny Baby.
is Mr. Farnham.
Yes,
Yeah, marvelous.
absolutely. Great song, great video.
Probably one of the best vocalists on this planet.
Yeah,
Truth should be said.
Really good.
well, we agree. Thank you, Bee Gees.
Thank you.
And
here's Johnny.
we're going to leave you with John Farnham.
Here's Johnny.
Didn't want to do that, yeah.
Who did they say was one of the best vocalists on the planet? I have to go back and look. But that was really incredible to watch. Guys, let me know if they ended up getting into television and become directors and things that they say that they wanted to do. Of course, I am on my journey for learning, and I will eventually get to it. But guys, comment below and let me know. But let me just talk about the dynamic of the Bee Gees. I absolutely love them. I love their inside jokes. I'm just loving their personality. I feel like I could literally be in a room with them and I would just have so much fun. They would say so much things and I wouldn't know if they're telling the truth or not because they are jokesters. I can see that they do that they do those little things. So, and the interviewer, like I said, I think he did a pretty good job in the sense that he's coming you and you have 3 brothers who have such great dynamic talking and then he's being part of it and like trying to decipher what's what and what's not. So thank you very much for watching this with me, for being on this learning journey with me, for being on the entertainment journey with me, just for being part of this community. I'm going to see you guys on the next reaction.